I just came across this subreddit and my story is so wild I thought it would be a good cautionary tale to share. I met a man, let's call him Ted, during the pandemic, and it was like fireworks. We had an instant connection and we became close very quickly. He simply checked all of my boxes. I honestly felt like it was a soul connection. Maybe that's why I ignored so many red flags. I met Ted's kids, we met each other's whole family, he took me on trips, he showered me with love and compliments, he posted me on his socials, bragging about me frequently. I couldn't get enough of it. Finally, I was getting exactly what I deserved from a man. Sometime early on in our relationship, his sister-in-law, we'll call her Stacy, started really trying to develop a close friendship with me. I'm about as friendly and welcoming as they come, but something about her felt off. I brought this feeling up to Ted, and he said she didn't have many friends, and asked me to be welcoming to her because she is family. I brushed aside this weird feeling I was having and forged a friendship. At first, it was pretty shallow and just me trying to humor her, but she eventually became a confidant and what I considered a true friend. A year after meeting, Ted flew me halfway across the world to propose to me in front of my family, with a ring made custom by a jeweler there. I had never felt so seen, so in love. He even reversed his vasectomy for me because I wanted kids. Throughout our engagement, there were a few moments when Ted acted out of character. But I never doubted his intentions with me. I knew he had trauma. I made a lot of excuses for his behaviors. It was confusing to see such extreme swings in his personality, but those swings were rare, so I justified them. He was perfect in every other way, but everyone has flaws, right? Each of these times of him acting out of character, Stacy would just happen to text me, just to check in. I honestly felt like she had some kind of intuition about me. I confided a lot in her, and she would comfort me and offer advice. A few times she would say, "I had a bad dream about you. Are you okay?" Just after a rough night with Ted. It never occurred to me that he was getting those same texts from her, and that same comfort and advice she offered me. I wanted a simple, small wedding. He wanted to go all out. I spent months planning an absolute dream of a wedding. It wasn't until after we got married, almost immediately after, that the bad moments started being more frequent than the good. He started nitpicking everything I did, starting fights with me, threatening to divorce over minor disagreements, snapping at his children, expecting too much from me, lying to me, demanding sex. My mental health started spiraling, but I kept making excuses for why he was acting the way he was. Stacy was always there for me when things got bad. Fast forward a few more months, I started having some health issues that I'd never had before. Frequent, terrible yeast infections were the worst part. But my skin was also breaking out, and I was losing a lot of weight. One day, the day before the first anniversary of our wedding, I was reading to his youngest before bed, and right as he fell asleep, I felt my phone vibrate. I reached under the pillow for it and saw Stacy's name pop up on the screen before I even noticed it wasn't my phone. Something told me to open the text, so I did, and it said, "I love you." I rushed to the bathroom with that phone and locked myself in. I went through whatever texts between Ted and Stacy that hadn't yet been deleted. There were spicy photos exchanged, and even an exchange where they discussed going back to the cabin where we had our wedding ceremony a year ago, and it being just the two of them. In one message, Ted said to Stacy, "I've closed things off with all my other side pieces. Now it's just you." I continued looking and found messages of him texting explicitly and making plans with sex workers and other women. I realized in that moment that I didn't know him at all. I gathered my things and I left in the middle of the night. I sent screenshots of some of these messages to his brother and to his mother, and I didn't say a word to him when I walked out. My whole world was crashing down on me. My perfect man was an illusion all along, one that he eventually admitted to carefully crafting. He had read me like a book and offered me compatibilities that never really existed. I felt so stupid. I felt duped, like I was conned. I don't really know how to make sense of Ted or Stacy's type of behavior, but I learned not to be so naive and to trust my instincts.